All right, students. So we're going to be reading the intro and the beginning, part one of Robert Cormier's The Bag and Bone Shop. So what I want you to be looking for and listening for in this section of text is the different characters that we're introduced to. Because if anything in this story, it's that we have a number of characters and we're introduced to each of their stories in a different point in time. So it's going to be something that we need to keep track of. So here's the intro. I didn't really like her, Emma said. Jason turned to her in surprise because Alicia had always reminded him of Emma. Oh, I know you're supposed to say good things about someone who dies, but I thought she was a pain in the neck. Always acted like she was better than anyone else. Always wore those dresses. And she was only 7 years old, for crimini's sake. Jason looked at Emma as if he had never seen her before. Maybe she was right. Alicia got on his nerves sometimes, but she could be moody. Didn't feel like talking on certain days and sent him home once, saying she wasn't in the mood for company. But most of the time, he was amused by her little old lady ways, and she listened to what he had to say, which was more than he could say for a lot of other people. But I'm sorry she had to die in that horrible way, Emma said. I'm sorry too, Jason said. Do you think I'm horrible for saying what I just said about her? Emma looked as if her own chin was going to begin wobbling, and her eyes suddenly glistened as if hidden tears were forming. No, Jason said, afraid that if he too would start crying. That was when he heard the doorbell ring. A moment later, his mother came to the door and said a police detective wanted to talk to him about Alicia Bartlett's murder.